Hey guys, welcome back to the Inked Video Experience. Today we're going to be talking about the 10 steps to buying the home of your dreams. So you've crunched the numbers, you've thought about your lifestyle, and you've made the decision that you are going to buy your first home. But where do you start? Don't worry, we've got you covered. So the first thing that you're going to want to do is check your credit report and credit score. You can do this once a year for free on a website called annualcreditreport.com. This is going to give you an idea of where you stand before reaching out to a lender. If you've already checked your credit report in the past year, you can also use websites like Credit Karma or Credit Sesame. Although these may not be quite as accurate, it's still going to give you a baseline of where you stand. But you won't know for sure until you have that initial phone call with your lender. So the next thing you're going to want to do, step 2, is going to be find out how much you can afford. And this doesn't mean how much are you pre-approved for, because although you may get approved for a larger mortgage amount, you may not necessarily want to spend that much money. Only you know the lifestyle that you live. Only you know how many times you go out to eat a week. Only you know how many sporting events you spend money on a monthly basis. So you've got to be comfortable with your monthly payment. Step number 3 is going to be to choose your real estate agent. Your agent is going to be your lifeline throughout this entire process. So we're going to want to make sure you choose somebody that you can trust, somebody who has your best interest in mind, and somebody who is going to make you more than just a transaction. You're going to want to make sure that it's somebody that always has your best interest at mind and somebody that you can honestly see yourself working with. So maybe you need to interview a couple. So the reason that I put selecting a real estate agent in front of calling a lender is for the simple fact that your real estate agent is going to be able to refer you to a couple different lenders that they've probably worked with in the past, and those lenders have probably knocked it out of the park for their previous clients. So why wouldn't they do the same for you? So now that we've got our agent selected, we're on to step 4. And step 4 is going to be to get that pre-approval. So you're going to want to take those referrals that your agent gave you, make a couple phone calls to a couple different lenders, and find out who has the best option for you. Maybe it's not somebody that your real estate agent preferred, but maybe your credit union. Credit unions generally have great rates. Check with a couple different lenders because you never know who's going to have that best option. But again, make sure it is somebody that is going to be there for you. But don't be afraid to make that initial phone call to the lender. A lot of potential buyers drag their feet on this part of the process, and then when they are ready to buy and they do reach out to that lender, they find out that they have a couple hiccups on their credit report that they need to address first. This wastes a couple months of their time, and they were ready to buy a home now. So if you guys reach out to a lender now, they're going to be able to take a look at your situation and make recommendations to get you in the best possible position when you are ready to pull the trigger on the home of your dreams. So now that you've got your pre-approval in hand, the fun really begins. We get to start looking at homes. So you're going to have a discussion with your real estate agent. You're going to talk about what it is you're looking for in a home, what the location is, how many bedrooms, how many bathrooms, do you need a garage, do you need a basement, finished basement, do you need a pool, are there any other amenities that you're looking for in this house? So now that they know exactly what you're looking for, they're going to start sending you properties to look at, and you're going to get a feel for what's out there. You may need to make some adjustments to your search and let your agent know that, like, hey, you know, I changed my mind. A garage isn't an absolute must at this time. Once you see some homes you like, you're going to let your agent know, and they're going to schedule some showings, and you're going to start exploring homes and find out exactly what it is that you are looking for. So now that you've been in and out of a few houses, you've narrowed down what it is you're looking for, and you've found the home of your dreams. That's going to bring us to step 6, making an offer. So for most buyers, this is when the butterflies really show up, the part of the process that everything begins to seem a little bit more real. You've selected the home that you want to make an offer on, and you talk about the details with your agent. Your agent is going to pull comparable sold data, and they're going to recommend an offer price for you and your family. You're going to consider your agent's suggestions and let your agent know what sort of offer you would like to make. Also, you're going to need to consider things like, is this offer contingent on anything? Do we want to have a home inspection? Do we want to make this offer contingent on the sale of our current home? There are a lot of things that go in the offer, and this is something that you're going to discuss in detail with your agent when the time comes. So now that you've made your offer, a few different things could happen. The seller could have received multiple offers and they call for a highest and best, which means that you're asked to submit your highest and best offer by this particular deadline. They could also just decline your offer because it didn't meet their needs. Or what we're all crossing our fingers for, they accept your offer and it's time to party. But hold that thought, we're not quite there yet. There is a lot further to go in this process, and we don't want to get excited too early. There are a lot of things that can go wrong from an accepted offer to a closing table. That's going to bring us to step 7, home inspection day. We recommend every one of our clients get a home inspection. At this time, you're going to hire a private home inspector to come through the house and make sure that you know everything there is to know about that house and any defects or issues that it may have. This is also going to be probably the most time that you're going to spend in that house until you can call it your own. So you may want to bring a tape measure, start measuring things off and planning out exactly where your furniture is going to go and what sort of appliances you need to buy for your new home. After the home inspection, a couple things can happen. You found out some issues that you weren't aware of when you made that offer and you want to back out of the sale. That's perfectly fine. Your home inspection is a contingency that allows you to back out of the offer without there being any negative consequences to you and your family. Or maybe the house had a few issues, but it's something that you're hoping that you can negotiate. You're going to let your agent know what those issues are, and they're going to speak with the listing agent to try and come to an agreement of A, a price reduction, or B, the seller making some repairs that make sure that you are comfortable moving into that home. Or the third option, home inspection went great and you are totally comfortable moving forward. This is what we're hoping for most of our clients, but unfortunately is not normally the case. But if the inspection did go well and we're gonna move along with the transaction, that's gonna bring us to step 8, which is going to be the mortgage process. So at this time, you've probably already supplied your lender with the documentation that they've requested, and they are currently processing that information, preparing it for the underwriting stage. Once you've got all your documentation turned in and your inspection was satisfactory, your lender is going to order the appraisal. If the home appraises at or above value, you're going to continue along through the transaction. At this time, you're basically just going to sit back and make sure that you provide your lender with any requested documentation in a timely manner and answer any questions that they may have. You're also going to want to look into your homeowner's insurance at this time and secure a policy for your mortgage. You may also want to start looking into transferring your utilities at this point in time, making sure that those are set to go into effect in your name on the closing date. Once you get all of that taken care of, your lender is going to work diligently on getting your mortgage approved. Once your mortgage has been approved, a clear to close will be issued, and that's when we can schedule your official closing. And that's going to bring us to step 9, closing day. The day that we've all been waiting for, closing day, but it's not quite time to celebrate just yet. Things can still go wrong at a closing table. So on this day, you're going to read a lot of documents and sign your name over and over and over and over. Sometimes it can even seem exhausting. So once all the documents are signed by you and the seller, that's going to bring us to step 10, and that's going to be get the keys and move in. Now it's truly time to party. You guys are homeowners. Congratulations. While this process may seem like a lot of work for some people, I assure you that with the correct team on your side, it can be a very enjoyable and pain-free process. So if you guys are in the market to buy a home, I urge you to get started sooner rather than later. Reach out to a real estate agent, reach out to a lender to make sure that you are best prepared when the time does come. And if you guys think that we're the best fit to be your real estate agent, we would love to work with you. Give us a call today and we can set up that initial buyer's consultation and help prepare you for the journey ahead. And if you guys liked our video today, make sure you subscribe to our channel and ring that bell so that you get notified the moment that we drop a new video. We'll see you guys next time. Have a great day.